Good afternoon and welcome everyone. I'm Connor Nystrom along with my partner Garrett Rucker, and today we will be introducing a locally owned and operated company that began a little over 7 years ago called MDG. MDG began in Nashville with its owners Tracy Murtha, Keith Gober, and Alex Dowdy. Collectively, they shared their passion of eco-friendly, sustainable living and used the growing demand of tiny homes to lead MDG towards positive growth. Because MDG is still considered a smaller company, they haven't worked out all the kinks and troubleshooting to 10x their growth. The project assigned at the beginning of the semester pinpoints exactly that: the issues or problems a company has and how we can effectively work around or even with the issues. My team and I brainstorm smart objectives, those that are specific to a problem, measurable in performance, achievable, relevant to a company's mission, vision, and value statement, and time-bound. We didn't want to change MDG, we wanted to improve MDG. This is important because MDG is focused around affordability and access to sustainability, eco-friendly living without compromising on quality. MDG suits most tiny homes with solar panels, gray water filtration systems, and recycled materials. These features are great for customers as it reduces spending on utilities over time, but difficult for MDG to stay competitive. MDG is passionate about giving their customers the best product for the best price. Recently, years have proven difficult due to COVID, inflation, and tariffs. I'm sure we have all recognized the rising cost of almost everything. Today's loans and credit are through the roof to keep the economy floating. But with increased spending comes increased waste most times. Garrett and I worked to find issues with the current workflow process. What we discovered was on-site construction of tiny homes resulted in a massive waste of both materials and labor. Moving solely to prefabrication would save greatly. Taking it one step further, moving a prefabrication facility to a different state like Texas that has a favorable business environment. We point out Texas because MDG would have an abundance of local suppliers and distributors while expanding into new markets with a high demand in modular homes. Our research and findings indicate that expanding to Texas can yield a reduction of 20% when all factors are considered. Eco-friendly, sustainable materials or features usually come at a premium. However, with technology constantly evolving and competition strengthening, sustainable features can be implemented for a fraction of the cost if proper research is done. MDG is looking into new gray water recycling systems from Epic Clean Tech, which offers a simpler system than the current one water system MDG uses currently. Similar in price, the labor for installation of a simpler unit is less, offering customers a more efficient, money-saving system. Another alternative equipment upgrade is going from polycrystalline solar panels to monocrystalline solar panels. Less solar panels are required while still capturing the same amount of energy. Two of the most important parts to a house, electrical and plumbing, have alternative cost solutions. Opening to a new market like Texas with multiple suppliers reduce transportation needs. One study showed that transportation of all materials to a job site consumes 15% of overall costs. MDG is committed to passing all savings, including savings from waste, to the customer. The expected 20% savings overall would allow MDG to beat local competitors and take over the market, working towards their mission of carbon neutral footprint. Many businesses locate facilities to Texas due to The wide array of benefits. Texas is a state that is considered to have favorable business environments. Similar to Tennessee, Texas has no state income tax, but Tennessee holds a corporate tax of 6.5%, whereas Texas has no corporate tax. Texas also has a lower sales tax of 6.25% over Tennessee with 6.5%. With nearly a 7% tax incentive difference, MDG can assign those savings directly to the customer. Like previously mentioned, transportation expense is reduced up to 15%, being closer to Mexico and reducing the carbon footprint. This is our poster that we've submitted for the spring conference. It highlights on a lot of topics we discussed today, gives a brief summary on MDG and the project, explains why we chose MDG and the motivation behind the project, methods and materials we used, as well as diagrams of workflow processes and recommendations based on our findings. The takeaway is relocating MDG prefabrication facility to Texas could reduce production costs by 20%. Prefabrication will improve efficiencies by reducing labor and material waste, averaging 50%. Increased profitability allows MDG to maintain affordable pricing while continuing to invest in materials and sustainable solutions. More efficient productions allow MDG properties to produce modular homes at a higher volume, better meeting the growing demand. Customers have better access to affordable living, upgraded cost-saving systems, and lower long-term investment. And finally, relocating allows MDG to balance affordability, sustainability, and innovation. MDG and their loyal customers will both experience positive impacts while fulfilling growth demands.